Three brave amigos are we, brother to brother and everyone, a brave amigo.
Welcome back to this already the final segment of today's Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Going to spend some time talking to the 3 AM Eagles, made up of Dan Shedd, intern extraordinaire, Sigmund Kramer, producer mediocre, and your host, Kevin Price. And this might be the last one we're doing. You know, actually, this is the last day of Dan, the intern's tenure with us as an intern, but I wouldn't be surprised if it comes on occasion to grace us with his presence. What do you think, Dan Shedd?
Well, I just have to say that this has been a great experience, and I'm going to miss it.
Yeah. I thought when you said this was going to be our last one, that the FCC had finally ruled against us. Finally
came to his senses. Yeah, finally. So you also answered the question. Don't expect us to get him back on again. We'll see. But anyway, Dan, we've enjoyed having you. You're a good sport, a lot of fun. You did a great job working with us on the program, and glad that we got to know you.
Well, thank you guys. I'm glad to have met y'all, and I've learned a lot over my tenure with y'all. So
yeah, and he's gotten very good at bending over and grabbing his ankles.
Oh, please, can we be nice at least in this one? I mean, come on. But you know, we will say you've been a great sport. Let me ask you. Let me ask you, Dan Shedd, what has been the highlight of working this internship?
Well, I would just have to say doing this, talking to you all about just insane and crazy stuff. So,
Just talking about insane stuff. Well, and you've done a pretty good job of bringing us insane stuff for which we could talk about. No question about it.
Yep.
So we appreciate you. We're going to miss you, and we're thankful that we got to spend time with you. Let's talk a little bit about what you got for us today.
Well, you guys have heard of snorting cocaine. Well, now a Belgian chocolatier is saying that you can actually snort chocolate.
Oh, stop.
Yes.
Oh, stop.
Wait a minute. You can snort what?
Snort chocolate. He has invented a chocolate shooter where you can snort chocolate powder.
A chocolate snooter?
Yes, shooter.
Oh, shooter.
Shooter, yes.
No, okay, so wait, you're telling me, so is this like, I was picturing a pinch of snuff, like a snuff box that had like, you know, Hershey's cocoa powder in it. You're saying they have a gun?
Yeah, it's basically, I mean, it's a catapult-like device.
What?
That propels small amounts of chocolate powder, cocoa powder, and other spices into your nose.
Ugh.
This is right up there with the cinnamon thing, right?
This is, what do you mean the cinnamon thing?
Yeah, weren't people snorting cinnamon at some point?
Really?
Yeah.
Where have I been?
I thought so.
But they're putting, like,
yeah, and people were going to the hospital with the cinnamon powder snorting. So I'm imagining it could have the same effect. So is it even safe, Dan Shedd?
Well, I mean, obviously doctors are saying that it's not safe at all.
You think?
Because your nose can't handle all that all at once. But apparently shops in Canada and are already selling sniffs of chocolate for $2.
Oh my God! Okay.
And the guy in Belgium who is named Dominique Persoon has already opened up a shop in Antwerp, Belgium.
Well, of course he did. Of course it's in Antwerp. And of course they'll have one in Amsterdam next. No, it's too tame. So is it that they have to use like a certain cacao percentage in the chocolate for it to really be effective? I doubt that they're snorting like ground up Kit Kats.
Well, according to the article which I got from the Huffington Post,
Kit Kat nip.
they just say small amounts. They don't go into like how much.
Wow, this is bizarre. I mean, I thought, it shouldn't surprise me. I mean, people huff paint, they do all sorts of stupid things. So I guess it's really not surprising, but chocolate, snorting.
What is the goal in it? What is one hoping to accomplish with this snorting?
Well, the guy who started this said that sniffing cocoa powder is another way of tasting it because of the nose's superior ability to detect flavors and scents.
Okay, so in order to enhance flavor, we snort.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a chocolate bar. I'm going to smell it first, and then I'm going to eat it. And I'm going to enjoy it that way. The normal way. I'm not going to snuff it up my nose. I don't get this.
Sounds like a Cheech and Chong skit.
It does. I mean, okay. So they're literally snorting it like cocaine. By the way, have you ever snorted pixie dust?
I haven't done much snorting at all.
From pixie sticks, the pixie sticks that burns.
Oh, by accident. I bet I've got a little up there by accident.
It burns, so I can't imagine like chocolate, especially because they say with other spices. What is this? The Colonel? 11 herbs and spices up your nose? I'm so confused by all of this.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the article doesn't go into
Of course not.
What other spices, but I think this is an absolute
because it's a secret recipe. It's a secret recipe.
Exactly.
Well, I bet you some of those spices are things like cocaine.
Cocaine.
I could be wrong.
Cocaine.
Kevin, what do you think about this, man? I mean, are they trying to get high?
I think my mouth was made for this kind of engagement, not my nose.
That's right.
I hate to be narrow-minded, but I just don't get the attraction. I don't.
I
like what I like is a nice piece of chocolate just melting, savoring it in my mouth. How do you savor something up your nose?
You don't. You snort it out. Here's the thing. I like marshmallows. I'm not stuffing them into my ears to see if I get some sort of extra sensory pleasure out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, this was apparently very stressful for our man Sigmund Kramer. So,
well, look, I like Tabasco. I'm not going to pour it in my eyes because I'm hoping to up the ante of my pleasurement.
Yeah. What else you got, or is that it?
Well, I actually have another thing real quick. You guys think you've seen everything as far as apps go? Well, there is an app out there that allows you to share your farts.
Excuse me?
What?
Yes. Fartners is an app, and more importantly, a social network for your you-know-what.
A social network?
Yes.
We have Fartbook now.
Yes, I guess so. Partners is a social network that connects people through farts. It's basically very similar to Twitter, where you can follow and be followed by friends and celebrities.
You have got to be kidding me.
I am not kidding you. There is an app for it, and it is literally an app for a-holes.
Oh, my God.
Can you even say that?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we've not only reached the end of technology and what we can do, but I think we've reached the end of civilization.
I think now I'm for net neutrality more than I was before I heard this story. I think that maybe the FCC might be onto something for wanting to, gain control of the internet when we've obviously lost our freaking minds.
Yeah, yeah. And, the lesson for me is to always check Dan's email before I let him on. Of course, I finally get that lesson the last day he's doing the show with us.
Well, Dan, you are so subversive. You wait till the very last day you're going to be on to pull this kind of stuff. Let me tell you, buddy, we
now I have to
appreciate
fire you, but it won't have any sting. This is terrible.
Man.
Well, Dan, that was an interesting point to leave on. I'm sure all the 13-year-olds got a chuckle out of it, and, of course, Sigmund Kramer. But we enjoyed having you.
I really enjoyed it, guys. It's been a great experience, and I'll miss you guys a lot.
Well, we appreciate you. All right. With that stinky point, we're going to call that a program. When we come back, we're going to have much more for you on Monday's show. The Bloomburg Show continues 24/7 at priceofbusiness.com. Have a great day spinning it on your station.